Hi there. Welcome to Hourglass Workshops and Conversations with Nancy and Cheryl. I'm Nancy Burns. I'm an acupuncturist in San Jose, California.
And I'm Cheryl Seavey. I'm a writer and blogger also in San Jose, California, and I research women's issues. So today we are talking about how young do we feel?
Not how young we look,
Yes.
but how young we feel. Well, I feel very young.
I do too. And it's such a relative thing. And I think I'd like to sort of talk a little bit about, for those of you who've been watching our recordings, our videos for several years now, and I think we go back, what, 8 or 10 years of videos. And you've seen us go through a myriad of certainly life changes, hairstyles, and hair colors.
Yes.
However, I can honestly say we have now landed on our true color.
Yeah.
For the first time since I was 16, I'm a natural silver-haired person.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think for you and I both we kind of beat the COVID train. There's many people right now that have not gotten their hair dyed. They've decided, okay, this is the time to let it go, and to let it go gray for a variety of reasons.
And you know what? It's real hard for women to get used to that.
Yeah.
You know, I have to say, I was okay with the novelty in the beginning. And then after about 6 months, I'm like, oh my God, I've turned into my grandmother. And now my grandkids, you know, they're not going to remember me with dark hair.
Right.
You
That's
know,
true.
and we just look like old people to them.
Yes. Yeah.
But then to my mother, she says, oh, we're so young.
Yes. Yes.
I prefer hanging with 90-year-olds.
That's right. That kind of goes back to our thought about you should always have friends in multiple generations and a friend in every decade. And, you know, and your mom is my friend in the 90s.
Yeah.
And they give us a perspective, and which I think makes it fun.
Yeah.
Whereas our grandchildren, on the other hand, they just look at us as we're old, you know. And my granddaughter the other day leaned over real close to me and said, Grandma, where did you get all those wrinkles? Oh, darn. And you told me moisturizer would work.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel very young. And, you know, and we've talked about, you know, how you feel and energy and whatnot in past videos. And there's still so many things we can do at this age.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. But I think, you know, you got to take care of yourself. You got to want to feel good.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, I think this is a great time of life.
I do too. And I went to a luncheon yesterday with a close friend and a group of women my age and a couple of younger ones. But it was so much fun. And we were laughing about how we've all been on, you know, the diet of the decade. And yet when we look back on pictures when we were in our 20s and 30s, we look fine.
Yeah.
And when we're in our
look actually really good.
Yeah. And when we look back on our pictures now at this age, when we're in our 90s, we're going to think we look pretty good.
You've got to remember that now. And remember when we did one of our first seminars, it was really cute. And we had some young people. We were like early 50s.
Yes.
And they were, you know, late 20s, early 30s, late 20s, I think. And I can remember one of them coming up to us and saying, wow, you make turning 50 sound like fun. And I thought, okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you know, and I've seen, you know, I've seen articles that, you know, we aren't our grandmothers. You know, they led very different lives. Their generation was very different.
Yeah.
And there's very little actually that we cannot accomplish and do at this age.
Yeah. So true. You know, my grandmothers were real grandmas. And they were like younger than me now, but they seemed like they were always 80 something.
Right.
With their grandma perms. And my one grandmother used to get a nice lavender tint to her white hair. We'd say, Grandma, your hair's purple.
Who knew? She was just 80 years ahead of her time. That's very trendy now.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah. So I think.
So enjoy where you are right now.
Right. And instead of asking the question, how old are you? Rather ask the question, how young do you feel?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So until next time, I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Nancy.
And check us out and look at some of our past videos on our YouTube channel or on our hourglassworkshops.com website. Anyway, until then, bye now.
Bye.